Good morning. I'm John Ellsworth, founder of Success Strategies Incorporated and the creator of the Success Strategies Business Navigator program. And I want to welcome you to my presentation today entitled How to Solve Problems. Now, I have to tell you that solving problems, as much fun as that sounds like to you, is really a large part of what I do for my clients. I might have two objectives with each of my clients, though, and they are these. Number one, I want them to learn to think things through, not overreact, not panic necessarily, but think things through. There are pluses and minuses to every challenge that we face in life and in business, and I want them to think those things through. Number two, I want them to be better prepared ahead of time for when challenges do arise. Because this is what I call a disaster agenda, and sometime I'll talk in more detail about that. It sounds horrible, doesn't it? But it really has a positive outcome at the end of it because it helps you to think things through and realize what steps you might take, even if that specific thing didn't happen, but something similar to it. You'll be ahead of the game by half a step at least, and that's a real plus in business. My own business coach and the founder of the Strategic Coach organization in Chicago and Toronto, Dan Sullivan, says the following, and I quote, "The challenges and obstacles you face are actually the raw material for reaching your goals." End of quote. And I repeat, quotation marks go around this, of course, to give Dan full credit for it. The challenges and obstacles that you face are actually the raw materials for reaching your goals. End of quote. Now, the point is recognizing these obstacles for what they really are is absolutely crucial to your success. If you throw your hands up in the air and go, "Oh my goodness, I can't overcome this stuff. This is nonsense. I'm just running around in circles. I'm trapped. I can't do anything," you're not going anywhere but downhill fast. Realize that these challenges, these obstacles, are simply hurdles. The hurdles are meant to be cleared. That means you can clear these. So I encourage you to recognize them for what they really are. They are hurdles that you need to clear. They are not roadblocks to absolutely stop you and end all your progress. So, should we welcome the problems and challenges 100% of the time? Let's be honest with each other. I'd be lying to you if I said I was excited about every challenge and problem that I run into, either for clients or in my own business. So, I would say, of course not. But look at them as potential opportunities and allow yourself to think them through instead of throwing your hands up in the air and just going, "Oh my goodness, it's a calamity." So let's do an example. This is a process that I take clients through on a regular basis. Let's say you want to increase your profits. Here's what you need to do. I have 9 steps for you. Number 1, state your objective or your desired results. So in this case, we said, I want to boost my net profit. Very admirable goal. A lot of people want to do that. In fact, I don't know anybody that doesn't want to do that, increase their profitability. Number 2, get more specific. What do I mean by that? How about achieve a net income of $200,000 this year? But with this, be careful. I suggest you be realistic. If you've lost $500,000 each of the last 4 years, it's a little unrealistic probably to say, I want to make $500,000 this year. I mean, it'd be fantastic. You'd be filling in the hole, so to speak. That'd be a great thing. But you got to be realistic. If you're milking 120 cows, you're not going to have a $500,000 net income, I wouldn't think. In fact, your gross income might be close to that on milk sales. Anyway, number 3, list all the potential, and I emphasize the word potential, obstacles, or at least the ones you perceive could come up. We'll get back to that in a minute. And then I want you to do some thinking about what the payoffs are. If you improve your net income to $200,000 this year in your operation, you'll probably have less cash flow pressures. You'll be able to pay down your lines of credit or your payables to vendors more rapidly. You more than likely end up with a lower loan to value on your herd and feed lines, which is a good thing. Your interest expense as a result could go down, and ultimately you'll get less pressure from your lender, from your bank, which is a good thing. Good for them, good for you as well, and you're not out of compliance on your loans. That's always a good thing. And then I want you to remember those primary obstacles we talked about. I want you to put them in more detail. And I've listed 4. What are some possible obstacles to making $200,000 in your dairy this year? Low milk prices is one, operating costs being too high, excessive debt per cow, or maybe your labor costs are too high. And then as a follow-up to that, I want you to pick a specific strategy to overcome that. If your milk prices are too low, then I would suggest you need to establish a milk marketing program, which we talked about last time. Put a price floor under your milk pricing with something like the Dairy Revenue Protection Program, the DRP program as it's known. That would be a sound strategy, or maybe even take a look at some costs. That's my second one. Operating costs being too low. We need to do one thing, measure them. Because remember, I've said this a dozen times on these videos, if you measure it, you can understand it. If you understand it, you can control it. And lo and behold, if you can control it, you can make improvements in that area. So measure it, understand it, control it, and improve it. And that's your formula for success. Step number 8, along the line of what strategies you're going to use to overcome those 4 primary obstacles that we listed, who, emphasis on who, can help you implement those strategies. Who can do an evaluation of those items, and it might be 2 or 3 different people, but who can evaluate them and help you to overcome those obstacles. List those people or organizations and check in with them later. And then ultimately, number 9, how soon can we take the necessary steps? What actions are going to be required? So you need to think that through, because some things take longer than others as far as steps. And if you've got a target date of 12/31/2020, by the time you're hearing this video, you have 9 months to get it done. And hopefully you're off to a good start already. I hope for you that you are. But the sooner you get started, the better. Let's think about it. But I want you to remember that every successful journey begins with its first step. And my question for you is, what's your first step today? Think about that. I'd like to wrap up by telling you that we have a new program which may be of assistance to you in this endeavor. And that is, I've entitled it the Success Strategies Business Navigator Program. It is beginning on Friday, April 17th, 2020. It's 100% online, freeing you from having to do any travel. It's a quarterly online program. We'll do a couple hours, and then I will give you some exercises to work on and look forward to your feedback on those. We're going to be talking about things like financial analysis, banking relationships, management issues, milk marketing, and things of that nature, possibly some succession planning. And I'd like you to check it out. There's a free preview class that's about, I believe it's 30 to 35 minutes long. It doesn't cost you anything to watch it, but it'll give you an idea, kind of a preview of what classes will be like on this these quarterly sessions. You'll also be getting a quarterly ebook that I'll be writing as a participant in this. And you will also get a monthly video that I'm producing exclusively for this group of participants. And so check it out. It's called the Success Strategies Business Navigator Program. You can find it on our website at success-strategies.com. And I want to thank you for listening today. Again, I'm John Ellsworth with Success Strategies Incorporated. I'm the founder of Success Strategies Incorporated and the creator of the Success Strategies Advantage, as well as the new Business Navigator Program. And I wish you the best of success this year. Thank you very much.